Hey, campers out there, how you doing? Um, I want to share something with you, all you TikTokers out there and people. And I guess it's something happened the other day. I wrote this song called Mirrors, which was the last song I did. If you look at my TikTok page, and I didn't think anything of it. Anyway, I went and had coffee with my neighbour, who I'm very friendly with, and she's a very lovely lady. And we were just talking about people in general, about we should accept people for who they are, like gays, transgender, black, white, you know. And and she quoted, because she's a religious lady, she quoted something out of the Bible, Matthew, about I can't tell you the exact quote, but I think it was in Matthew. And basically, what it says, don't concentrate on someone's splinter in their eye when you have a log in your head. And it's basically saying the phrase, I can look it up. You can look it up, splinter Bible. It will come up in Google. And what it's basically saying is that you shouldn't judge other people until you look at yourself first. And we had this chat, and it was like, accepting people, don't judge, treat, or, and I was saying, I don't like people who start wagging the finger, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, God, all this sort of palaver, the score. And anyway, and I left it, I went home, as you do, and I didn't think anything of it. But then that evening, I was listening to Jonathan Blake on his live chat, and he talks about acceptance and LGBT and all this sort of thing, and he's very much in favour of that, which I agree. He's a very nice guy, lovely to listen to, very open minded, and he quoted that very same passage word to word that I just heard that afternoon. And there is no way that he would have known what she has said. Not in a million years. And I then thought about the song I did, which was called Mirrors. And he was a mirror of her. Quote on the quote. Now, you can argue it could be just coincidence, and maybe it is. But it just seems a little too coincidence in my liking. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual. And it makes you think. And I thought to myself, I like science as well, that maybe in the ether, or, there's a force out there that we have no understanding of whatsoever. And maybe, like the quantum world, like the quantum string theory, that passage was so true about judging people, that you should look at yourself first, at foremost, and look at your own inner self before you start having a rant about every Tom, Dick and Harry. You know, because you could very well be hiding, or you're criticising, or you're having a go, or having a pop because of your short failings. And I just think that was really interesting that two people quoted the very same quote from a Bible, and I'm not religious and I don't really believe in the Bible, but I understand the philosophy of not being judged. And so now I have wrote another song on that very thing, because it's inspired me to write this other song, which I have, and I'm going to try and it'll be my next music song for you to hear. So I just think, it made me food for thought that there are some things in this world that may happen, that may be a coincidence. And it's like when you think of somebody and then the phone rings and it's the very person that you're thinking about. I've happened many a time with myself, and I've seen other, I've other people have said the very same thing. So there must be something. There must be a force out there, maybe. Maybe it's on the quantum level, like the string theory or entanglement, where, something can happen here and a million mile away, it happens somewhere else at exactly the same time. Or, who knows? It's food for thought. And it makes you think, and I understand people have complicated lives and they have complicated, they don't have time to think spiritually, because life gets in the way of everything. We're trying to work or we're trying to survive the complications. But, but if you're open-minded and things like this happen to you, it really does make you wonder. So I thought I'd share that with everybody and, and to give that message again that you shouldn't judge other people. And you shouldn't, unless, until you have a deep look at yourself first before you start wagging the finger at other people. So I just thought I'd let you all know how that thing happened. So have a good day, everyone, and keep an open mind about everything. And we don't know, it could be a coincidence, but I don't know. It makes me think, and it really does make me wonder sometimes, that maybe there is something, and but we just don't know what it is. I know some people might call it God, some people might call it Allah or some other religious being, and some people might think it's just nature or just the way things are. But anyway, have a good day, enjoy your day, and we'll chat soon. Take care.